In this video, we're going to show you 13 different extract fans for the toilets. I want to show how noisy they are and how well they perform. In order to show the noise, there will be two methods I want to present. The one is a decibel reader, and the other one is me talking with the fan running at the background. And to check the performance of the fan, we're going to use a smoke and the flow meter. Now, each fan will be connected to a rigid duct behind that wall. The total length of the duct is 3 meters, and every fan will have the same setup. Some fans come with 2 speeds, so just for the purpose of this video, every fan will always be set to the highest speed. And at the moment we are in the purposely built test room. The room is about 3.5 meters by 3.5 meters. It has 2.4 meter high, and it has some acoustic treatment. The microphone I'm using at the moment is the one on me, but the microphone which we will be using for the testing is the microphone on top of that camera. The camera and the mic is set 3 meters away from the fan, so that should give us roughly what the manufacturer is using for their own testing. So now, without further ado, let's go to our test mode. Building Regulations Document Part F states 15 liters a second for the intermittent extract fan with 15 minutes overrun timer to undercut the door. This is test number 1. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is Xpelair Simply Silent Contour C4. This fan comes with 2 speeds, where speed number 1 will give you 13 liters a second, speed number 2 will give you 20 liters a second. When we measured those airflows with the fan connected to our ducting, the speed number 1 gave us only 11 liters a second, and speed number 2 gave us 15 liters a second. This fan comes with the timer and the humidity stat. This fan also comes with the second fascia panel. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Now let's do the smoke test. And now let's check the airflow. This is the end of test number 1. This is test number 2. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is a Monsoon Silent Range, which generates only 22 decibels at 3 meters. It comes with a timer and consumes only 7.5 watts. As per manufacturer's data, it pulls 27 liters a second. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's do the smoke test. And now let's check the airflow. So this fan, even though it's connected to the long duct, it pulls 21 liters a second. This is the end of test 2. This is test number 3. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is Xpelair DX 100T. This fan comes with one speed only and comes with the built-in timer. In the box you will find pieces of duct and the outside grill. Data says it has 20 liters a second. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's do the smoke test. And let's check the airflow. The meter shows only 12 liters a second, which means that this fan cannot really be connected to the long ducting. This is the end of test 3. This is test number 4. Let's give it 5 seconds of silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is an S&P Silent 100 CZ fan. It claims 26.5 decibels at 3 meters, only 8 watts power, and it comes with timer and humidity sensor. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's do the smoke test. And let's check the airflow. Even though this fan is connected to 3 meters duct, it still gives us nearly 20 liters a second. This is end of test 4. This is test number 5. Let's have 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is an Airflow Aria 100. It consumes only 6.3 watts, producing 26 decibels at 3 meters, and comes with timer and humidity sensor. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's do the smoke test. And now let's test the airflow. As we can see, it only pulls 14 liters a second, which means that it cannot really be connected to such a long ducting. So this fan will have to go straight through the wall with the external grill. This is end of test 5. This is test number 6. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is Manrose 100mm extractor fan. It can pull 23 liters a second, comes with a timer and humidity sensor, and on the box it doesn't say that it is a silent fan. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Now let's do the smoke test. And now let's check the airflow. As we can see, this fan can pull 20 liters a second, even though it's connected to 3 meters of ducting. This is end of test 6. This is test number 7. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is an Airflow Aura Eco 100. It comes with the timer, humidity sensor and motion sensor. It consumes only 5.6 watts, and as per manufacturer data, it pulls 19 liters a second and generating 29 decibels from 3 meters. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's do the smoke test. Let's check the airflow. It gives us only 12 liters a second. Now, this fan is also connected to 3 meters ductwork, so clearly it will not work with such a resistance. This is the end of test 7. This is test number 8. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. Let's wait until Aria is open. This is an Airflow Icon 15. It has a unique design. Data says that it pulls 19 liters a second. Noise level is 28.8 decibels at 3 meters. It consumes 9.4 watts and it can be ordered in 7 different colors. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's do the smoke test. And let's test the airflow. This is the end of test 8. This is test number 9. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is the fan from National Ventilation MER100T. Comes with timer and humidity sensor. The box doesn't say that the fan is quiet. Let's give 5 seconds in silence. Now let's do the smoke test. Let's test the airflow. Even though the fan is connected to 3-meter ductwork, it still pulls almost 20 liters a second. This is end of test 9. This is test number 10. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is an airflow fan, Quietair QT 100T. It comes with 2 speeds, where speed number 1 should give us 20 liters a second, speed number 2 should give us 25 liters a second. It consumes only 5 watts at speed number 1. It has built-in overrun timer, and it states on the box that it's ultra silent, meaning 25 decibels at 3 meters. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Now let's do the smoke test. Now let's check the airflow. It gave us 21 liters a second while it's connected to 3 meters of ductwork. This is end of test number 10. This is test number 11. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is a Vent-Axia Silent fan VAS E. It comes with a timer and humidity sensor. Can also have timer only or PIR. It has 2 speeds, where speed number 1 gives 6 liters a second. Speed number 2 gives 22 liters a second. Manufacturer claims 12 decibels at 3 meters. That's probably from speed number 1. At the moment, it's connected to speed number 2. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Now let's do the smoke test. Now let's check the airflow. The fan gives us 20 liters a second, even though it's connected to 3 meters of ducting. This is the end of test number 11. This is test number 12. Let's give a 5 second in silence. Now let's turn the fan on. This is an Intervent NVF100T. It can pull 23 liters a second and comes with the timer or humidity sensor. On the box doesn't say that this is a silent fan. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Now let's do the smoke test. Now let's check the airflow. Now the fan, even though it's connected to 3 meters of ductwork, it still pulls nearly 20 liters a second. This is the end of test number 12. This is test number 13. Let's give it 5 seconds in silence. Let's turn the fan on. This is a Helios Mini Vent N1 100C. It comes with 2 speeds. Speed number 1 will give you 20 liters a second. Speed number 2 will give you 25 liters a second. It consumes only 5 watts at speed 1. It comes with overrun timer, and it states on the box that it is ultra silent, and that is 25 decibels at 3 meters. Let's give 5 seconds in silence. Now let's do the smoke test. Now let's check the airflow. Even though the fan is connected to the 3 meter ductwork, it'll pulse 20 liters a second. This is the end of test number 13. The last example I'd like to show you is for those who don't want to have the fans in the bathrooms, but rather this beautiful extract valve. And for some reason, if they want to have 100 millimeters diameter and want to pull something like over 60 liters a second to have like a proper extract in the toilet, well, this is what you're gonna get. Let me turn the fan on and let me bring a professional airflow meter people tend to use on site to date. So this is 60 liters a second through the 100 diameter extract valve, and this is my flow meter. So if we take, well, let's say that much, and if you want to check whether there is a sufficient airflow, all you have to do is to pull that here, and we can tell that there is a sufficient airflow. Now if we remove the valve, it works.